Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and friends. It's a great pleasure for me to present you one of our biggest projects in the cyber defense domain, the Luxembourg Cyber Defence Cloud. But before I start, I first want to put this all into a context, and also my presentation is a little bit more high level, and I would like to start with our strategy, and then I'll come to the more broader international perspective of why we are actually doing this. Let's start with our strategy, which was published in 2021, which is Luxembourg's first cyber defense strategy, with some ambitious high-level objectives, meaning having one of NATO's and EU's most secure cyber defenses, and this is important because we will put in place a lot of big capabilities that we can share with our partners. And with this, we also would like to strengthen Luxembourg's reputation as a reliable partner amongst our allies, and with that also promoting our strong ICT ecosystem that we have built over the last decades. Then, last but not least, expertise, skills, and talents. It's also one of the core targets of our strategy. So we would like to build expertise, also capabilities that we can then offer in collaboration with our allies. As we have heard in the presentations before, collaboration is really at the core of everything that we do at the government. Our strategy will also help us to fulfill our international commitments and response to the ever-growing challenges that we are facing. So, first of all, our commitments that we have made at an international level, knowing that Luxembourg is one of the founding members of NATO and the EU, and of course the challenges of the ever-ongoing digital transformation. We have seen big progress during COVID, but I tend to say that digital transformation is an iterative process, as we need to adopt, integrate, and also manage new technologies year by year. Talking about AI and also quantum, which is one of the areas we have definitely put an eye on. On an international context, I would like to give you a little outlook into NATO's digital transformation strategy, at least the parts that are public. That's why I have some notes, so I don't say anything I'm not supposed to say. So the first is actually to enable. Is it working? Ah, there we go. To enable efficient and effective multi-domain operations across a big alliance. When talking about multi-domain operations, meaning the collaboration between the 5 military domains, which is actually air, land, sea, space, and cyber operations. And you can imagine in our complex scenarios that we have today, this becomes more and more essential. And as such, cloud computing may act as an enabler, providing services and capabilities across all of the mentioned domains in a harmonized and interconnected manner. The second major outcome is to ensure interoperability across the alliance, including modern standards, governance processes, talking also about data governance, which is very important, and also engineering principles. The third is enhanced situational awareness throughout a more efficient data collection, sharing, and processing to provide a better picture on ongoing and future multi-domain operations. Why is this important? Well, it ensures that political leaders and military commanders may efficiently assess the risks and respond to crisis scenarios. Then the fourth outcome of the digital transformation strategy is to facilitate data-driven decision-making by leveraging from AI capabilities. As you can imagine, a lot of data is being collected in that domain, and it must also be properly stored, assessed, and processed to have faster and better informed decision-making via persistent access to this trusted data. So one of the major targets is to accelerate cloud adoption with the aim actually to expand the use of cloud technologies also to classified workloads, talking about national or international accreditation schemes, NATO secret data, NATO restricted data, and so on. Let's have a look at the complete ecosystem that is required to enable all this. Let us start at the core. Data centers are a strategic asset in the military domain. They host vast amounts of data, they secure it. They offer high resiliency, and also they enable us to actually perform high performance workloads. So these are really strategic assets. Let's span to the edge where we have our specialized units, our boots on the ground, which are more and more also interconnected. We also see in the military domain that all the assets become more and more interconnected. So the edge will help us to bring real-time and low-latency applications to the troops, to the battlefield. And then a third pillar, which is often forgotten, the battlefield or the fog layer, as you might know it from the IoT. Basically, these are mobile data centers which are similar in the features and applications that they can host, but reduced in size. They can be fastly deployed on the battlefield and assure also a high level of mission independence and resilience. And of course, all these layers, they need to be interconnected, either by a fixed mobile or SATCOM connectivity. So connectivity is really a major point or major part in this whole ecosystem. Let's go back to Luxembourg, and we heard it today from all the fantastic speakers that were here before me, that Luxembourg provides actually an excellent footprint to build a digital or more digital defense with national-wide and also international optical fiber connectivity. We heard it, the highest density of Tier 4 data centers in the world, a strong ICT industry in general, and also we find a lot of talent and skills here in Luxembourg that has been built over the last decades. And this is also something we as Luxembourg Defense would love to leverage from and also use it as a footprint to build our capabilities. Now that I said a little bit the context, I want to show you what we would like to achieve with our disconnected cloud for our defense purposes and for our allies. So let's take a look at the key challenges and requirements that we were facing. First of all, security. We're dealing with classified information. We are in a multi-stakeholder environment, which is very complex to manage. We need to manage interoperability across the whole ecosystem, integrating various technologies, being scalable and flexible at the same time, and also we're facing with a fastly evolving ecosystem. So cloud may offer us a solution. First, for security, we have disconnected cloud solutions that we can use and that industry can provide us. Also, these need to be accredited. That's why we're working closely with the National Security Agency of Luxembourg to make this happen. Multi-stakeholder approach, cloud is by default multi-tenant, so also there it offered us the perfect solution. It integrates various technologies. It offers elastic and on-demand services, which is essential, and also it enables us to continue to integrate new capabilities. And out of this, the Luxembourg Cyber Defence Cloud should respond to all of the previous requirements as mentioned. Having a multi-technology, multi-tenant private cloud environment hosted here in Luxembourg in our Tier 4 data centers, and this is where we leverage from our strong ecosystem and also from the skills and talents that we have here in Luxembourg. It provides us the ability to store and process sensitive and classified data, meaning our cloud will have an accreditation up to NATO restricted. Also, we work together with local partners, and what is very specific and absolutely unique is that our cloud will be hosted on NATO ground, meaning physically it is in Luxembourg data centers, but the rooms where the servers will be located is NATO ground, which is very important for our partners to trust us and also to come to Luxembourg and benefit from our cloud environment. So, I already said it, LCDC is actually used for, or is built for our partners and allies, where we have already quite a lot of use cases in the pipeline that we would like to do. Also, we will use the cloud for our own capabilities and migrate our systems to the cloud once it's ready. And here are some examples of the use cases: hosting of specialized cyber defense platforms related to security and event management and also cyber threat intelligence. A big domain is the storage and processing of satellite images, where we have quite a lot of demand. Hosting of national and international defense capabilities and also operational support systems. I mean, these are just some use cases that you can typically run in a cloud, and here with a defense focus. So I said it, we are building this together with local partners. As you know, we have NSPA, which is the NATO Support and Procurement Agency located here in Luxembourg. We are the host country, and we have a very strong collaboration with them. So we have tasked them with the procurement and operation of the cloud, and the procurement is currently ongoing. So we published our tender only like 3 weeks ago. It comprises of about 600 requirements, which spans a couple hundred pages. It is publicly available, so if you're curious, you can have a look into it. And then also, this project of this endeavor needs really solid funding. So the project is based on a financial law, which has been voted by the Luxembourg government in June 2023. And we will invest a total of 250 million euros into this project. Then for the timeline, when talking about such a capability, we talk about long term. So the total life cycle of our cloud will be about 12 years, 2 years of implementation, and then 10 years of operation. And that's it. I'm sorry, I run a little bit out of time.
No problem. Thank you very much. That was Yves Schmit.